to Kenya.
Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, Mzansi. It is Monday. I know you're looking around going, what is this noise? We're waking you up in the best way that we know how, which is with smiles on our faces and, of course, with open arms.
Oh, it was a belly laugh from me because you are just a funny human being. She is raring to go. This week is going to be amazing. And we have got some amazing things for you. We've got stories that will inspire, intrigue, and hopefully entertain, because at the very least, we want some entertainment. Then some bold conversations around BRICS. I think a lot of us trying to wrap our heads around where we are at. We'll get the plug-in and how artificial intelligence could be, and very much is, shaping the future for everyday South Africans. I think in ways that maybe disturb us a little bit, but I think also that we don't fully understand, and we can't capitalize on that opportunity unless we do. Then, of course, we're going to meet some young talent making waves.
Oh, I can't wait. He walked in here, smiles on my faces, smiles on his faces. Connor Foster, rising star, is here as he sets his sight on the big stage. But for today, we get to embrace and know him a little bit better. We also hear from Coach Jesse Julius, the steady force who led his young soccer team safely back home after being stranded in Europe. A story that I know the whole nation was behind, a story of unity, heart, and of course, resilience.
Just craziness.
Yeah,
just
what?
Crazy, man. I cannot wait to find out what they went through. But yeah, also spare a thought, because I think a fair bit of trauma went with that for the families especially. So we certainly connect with you as well this morning. And then finally, in our What's Trending on TikTok, because we must, we are going to chat Coldplay. Is it too soon?
Ooh.
It is a Coldplay concert, and it is a moment.
Oh my goodness.
And it went wrong for all the right reasons, I'm going to say, because we like a little bit of spice.
We do. Is it
Okay.
entertainment news? What's happening? No, we will get into it. We'll get into it.
It must be. Okay, well, let's get you into the mode, get you start to think critically about something that's vitally important for all of us this morning. If you head over to the social streets right now, you'll take a gander at this. I know it's quite serious for a Monday. Sorry that we are coming right in there with quite a tough prospect, but we want you to think about this critically. So what do you want South Africa to gain most from being a part of BRICS? Do we want more trade and jobs? We know that there has been a lot of tightening of the belts recently. Maybe that's what we need. Better infrastructure, the lattice, the matrix to grow from within. Do we need global political influence or a shift in our global PR? Maybe it's youth and education opportunities. Maybe that's where the creativity, maybe that's where the future, the potential lies, is unlocking the power of youth. And we've seen what our Gen Zs are doing already in the face of the craziness that's going on in the world. So we want to hear from you guys. Please let us know. What should we be taking from BRICS this year? Let us know via voice note 063-036-9649 is the number to use. In fact, if you want to chat about anything this morning, that is a safe place. We want to hear from you. And of course, we'll get into a couple of those talking points, sporting wise, in just a moment. And that's after Carissa's gotten into our news headlines to kickstart the week.
3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Thank you so much, Gray. Let's get into those national news headlines. We start here where FlySafair says it will maintain a reduced but stable flight schedule as some pilots return to duty amid the ongoing strike. Now, Solidarity members rejected the latest company offer, continuing industrial action that began last week. Now, the dispute centres not on wages, but on demanding more predictable rosters and at least one guaranteed weekend off per month. Now, pilots blame the airline's algorithm-based scheduling system for eroding rest and family time. Seat availability remains limited as the scaled-down operations continue across the network. In other news in the country, the South African Police Service has confiscated counterfeit and illicit goods worth over 156 million rand, and that's during operations in Pretoria, Limpopo and Mbolela. Now, thousands of items imitating luxury brands, including clothing, watches, perfumes and Springbok sportswear, were seized from informal traders and stadium vendors. The raids, backed by SARS, Public Order Police and brand enforcers, were conducted under the Counterfeit Goods Act. Now, authorities also confiscated illicit cigarettes valued at 50,000 rand. Police say the crackdown support fair trade and aims to protect consumer and brand owners across the country. Let's take a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where an Islamic State-linked group, the Allied Democratic Forces, has killed dozens in a brutal attack in northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, at least 30 worshippers were slain during a church vigil in Komanda, with shops and homes torched in the aftermath. The Islamic State-linked group, originally from Uganda, has been increasingly active in DR Congo and accused of frequent civilian attacks. Now, analysts say nearly 90% of the Islamic State's operations now occur through African affiliates, raising alarm across the continent. Meanwhile, the US and EU have reached a major trade deal, imposing a 15% import tariff on most EU goods, avoiding a wider trade war. After talks at Trump's Scottish golf course, both sides hailed the agreement as stabilizing global trade. Now, the deal includes $600 billion in EU investments in the US and $750 billion in energy purchases. Critics say the tariff rate is steep, but preferable to a threatened 30%. Now, Germany's leadership welcomed the pact as a lifeline for exports. Now, in entertainment news this morning, to close it off, South African sensation Tyler is set to be honored at Variety's 2025 Power of Young Hollywood Party, now taking place on Thursday next week. She joins fellow stars Finn Wolfwood as well as Sam Nivola at the exclusive event celebrating rising talent who've taken the world by storm. And Tyler's list of accolades truly is dazzling. Now, a chart-topping hit, Water, boasts over 1 billion Spotify streams, and her debut album, self-entitled Tyler, made waves with 12 tracks on the US Afrobeats chart. From winning a Grammy to being named favorite global music superstar at the Kids' Choice Awards, the 23-year-old is proudly flying that South African flag on every single stage. And we definitely are super proud of you, Tyler. We can't wait for you to come back home and join us on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But now, though, that's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's get into some sporting highlights with Gray.
Tyler, just give us a little warning if you are going to stop by, because I think people want to be here. Okay, then we will really have our live studio audience. But of course, we had a front row seat, if not from afar, for what has been an unbelievable Tour de France this year. And of course, he took top honors once again. Tadej Pogacar won his 4th Tour de France title in Paris, wrapping up a dominant 3-week performance with victory by over 4 minutes in the end. Wout van Aert, he claimed the final stage win on Montmartre. That was after dropping Pogacar on that final climb. Then Jonas Vingegaard, he settled for 2nd overall, with the breakout star from Germany, Florian Lipovitz, taking 3rd on debut. Certainly put his hand up. Now let's get back onto 4 wheels as Oscar Piastri extended his Formula One championship lead with a masterful win in a rain-hit Belgian Grand Prix yesterday. The Aussie passed McLaren teammate Lando Norris early and then held firm to clinch his 6th win of the season. Charles Leclerc, he took 3rd ahead of Max Verstappen, while Lewis Hamilton, he fought from the pit lane to finish in 7th. Then on to cricket. Heartbreak for South Africa as Matt Henry held his nerve in a dramatic final over to help New Zealand edge South Africa by 3 runs in their T20 International Tri-Series final in Harare yesterday. So defending just 7 off that last 6 balls, Henry took 2 wickets and gave away only 3 runs. Absolutely brilliant. The win sealed an unbeaten run, in fact, for New Zealand in the tournament. Certainly worthy winners, but a lot of standout performances from the South Africans throughout. So kudos to the boys, testing out the depth of their squad there as well. Then we get on to rugby, and heartache once again as the Springbok women delivered a very spirited performance in Cape Town at the Athlone Stadium, but fell short, 34-26 to New Zealand's Black Ferns, 15 in their first of 2 clashes. So despite outscoring the hosts 6 tries to 4, the visitors were made to work hard throughout. And then Aseza Hele, she scored twice for South Africa, really much on fire. And of course, the South African ladies, they will take heart from a combative display going into next week, testing some new options there as well. So I think a lot of phenomenal growth within our Springbok women's camp, and that was certainly highlighted by their performance. So well done, ladies. We'll touch on those headlines again in about an hour or so. Right now, new week. Let's hope that the weather is playing its part. Let's get the latest from the Weather Service.
Thank you so much, Gray. Well, the South African Weather Service has issued a warning for extremely high fire danger conditions in the Namakwa district of the Northern Cape. Now, authorities are urging residents to take precautions. And in environmental news, 3 suspected rhino poachers were arrested in Port Pietersburg on Saturday with 2 unlicensed rifles and a rhino horn. Now, they're expected to appear in the Vryheid Magistrates Court today. Meanwhile, the Oscar-nominated short film, The Last Ranger, continues to make waves both locally and abroad, spotlighting South Africa's poaching crisis and the emotional and environmental toll of rhino killings. Well, let's get into that sunrise view to kickstart this hour. From Lani out in Mpumalanga sent this gorgeous, gorgeous view. My favorite part is that while you were on the road, you thought about us, your feel-good show, Lani. And thank you so much for sharing that beautiful, beautiful embrace of the sun. Just saying hello on this